Broadcasting from Millvale Studios, you are listening to Funny Money on the River's Edge Network. I'm your host, Tom Henry, and with me as always,
Matt Wolfarth. I'm here.
Almost always.
Albeit late, but I'm here.
Yeah, and our producer, James Kerwin.
James.
How's it going out there?
Good.
So, tonight we're going to be talking about, I'm calling this session A Tale of Two Search Engines. All right?
Very cool.
You know, because...
Like
they're
dog
both,
pile.
They're
right?
both public companies, but one has sort of blossomed recently, and the other has not.
Okay.
So this is Google and Yahoo.
Goggle. That's a different one. That's where you like. I don't know. Google, but that didn't blossom recently.
But there is one. Well, it has been continuously blossoming. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
All right. Whereas Yahoo, not so much.
Okay.
All right. But
Beautiful flower.
I will
and a
say
dead flower.
Yahoo did do one thing that was really smart. And
They have a great finance
I'm
page.
Tell you about that later. Which could make Yahoo very interesting to buy.
Cool.
All
Let's
right.
talk. I'm interested.
All right. Let's talk about
Let's
Google.
query these.
Google first up. Okay. Google is one of those weird stocks that's it's $768 a share. So like
I can't afford one share right
Yeah,
now. That's sad.
you gotta
I gotta save up for one share of Google.
but you can't think of it in those terms. Like, oh, it's $768 a share. No, it's like, well, what are you buying for $768? Are you buying a car?
You're buying the center of the universe.
Or are you
basically.
buying like a Cracker Jack? I mean, so
yeah, you're buying a car. It's
it
worthwhile.
be a good deal. It could not be a good deal. Don't think of it as one share of stock. Think of it as an earnings engine.
An earnings engine. Wow, that's the first time that phrase came on to Funny Money.
pretty.
Earnings
I like
engine.
it. It sounds profound.
I Google everything. I have to tell you, anybody I meet, I Google you. I'm Googling everybody.
All right, so here we go. Carl Page.
I'm gonna Google.
Carl Page
Carl Page.
earned a PhD in computer science from the University of Michigan in
That's
1965.
Wow.
In
1960.
That's a young.
65.
That was a thing.
Earned
What was he working with? An
PhD
abacus.
in computer
really.
science.
He
All right,
programmed an abacus.
this was one of the earliest PhDs awarded in computer science.
Wow.
I'd imagine.
Not surprising.
It would have to be.
He's an early adopter.
A computer science professor at Michigan State, Page has been regarded as, quote, a pioneer in computer science and artificial intelligence. Now let me also add, okay, my sources here for this are Wikipedia.
Of course. That's our most valuable source.
the
I know.
old fast.
MVS.
And-
Wikipedia is our MVS.
And an article in Moment magazine by Mark Malseed. I was like,
Mouthy.
how
Moment Magazine.
How many M's are that?
That's a good
It's like,
alliteration.
yeah. And mouse seed? What the hell is that? That's
Yeah, how
like
do you
bad
spell-
seed. You got bad seed, man.
Mouse seed. You're like a dropping. You're a mouse dropping.
Mouse seed. You can't get anyone pregnant. All right. So, a computer science professor at Michigan State. Okay. And then Carl's wife, Gloria,
GLORIA. Sorry.
was an instructor of
Gloria.
computer programming at Michigan State.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
It's
All right,
like, it's
so
like the
they were
power
like
team.
the perfect,
Wow, this had to be a great party
perfect couple for computers. All right. In 1973, Carl and Gloria bore Larry.
night. Larry.
All right.
Yes.
All right. So Larry Page. All right. Recalling his childhood, Larry noted that his house was, quote, usually a mess with computers, science and technology magazines, and popular science magazines all over the place. Like, what? Why is popular science not already grouped into science and technology magazines? I would say that's
that one
right on the
specifically.
fucking money.
There was
you're right.
More
Yeah,
of those than any other
There was
magazine.
key differentiators between those two publications.
But yeah, so Carl and Gloria had Larry, and they were both computer professors.
Yeah, just
Right,
geek-
he's like
geek
right in there.
nerds.
Yeah.
That's like
Okay.
box parents of technology, right? They're just
So little Larry played saxophone and studied music composition.
wow.
In an interview since, he has said, In some sense, I feel like music training led to the high-speed legacy of Google for me.
Can I tell you that there's studies that say like if you teach your kids music at a young age, they're much smarter later in life.
I have heard that. Yeah,
Like, that's why they had
I read
that-
a research paper on that once.
That
It has to do with
Beethoven
the-
in the belly or whatever.
Yeah, okay. I don't know about that. That's a little.
That's a
excessive.
little crazy,
I don't.
but-
Yeah, I think
Do you
that's a
agree
little
with-
crazy.
Do you agree with that? Though?
I've heard,
I mean, like it makes sense.
I
how
don't-
could I
there's
possibly
no hope
have
for
a
me.
real opinion on that?
I don't know.
Maybe.
But I don't have any musical
Oh yes,
skill at all.
because of
So
the like 5 generations of children that I've grown, and like I saw that one was good because I played lots of music.
I don't.
No, I
There's
don't.
probably a lot of people that know music that don't make any money.
Really? Probably.
All right, I'm going out of. I haven't confirmed that.
I think there are a
but
couple
on-
of poets that don't have too much
based
money.
on Monday nights at Mr. Smalls, I would say that I am onto something.
Wow.
Further study is needed.
You're like Scooby Doo in the haunted house. Wow, you're
Reggie,
really,
Thelma, Scooby Doo. Yikes! Over here, Scrooge.
your instincts are amazing.
Oh, dude, I'm legendary.
So
My biorhythms must be off today.
the rest of the quotes from Larry Page is, in music, you're very cognizant of time.
Mm-hmm.
Time is like the primary thing.
That would be in trouble.
All right. So Larry grew up and he went to University of Michigan. Not surprising because he was in Michigan.
Yes.
All right.
Probably got like a free ride because his parents were there and everything.
No, they were at Michigan State.
Oh, different.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
different.
Which
actually,
is
actually
very
a
different.
serious competitor.
That was my worst show ever. Michigan State.
However,
Michigan.
Carl went to Carl, meaning Larry's dad, went to Michigan,
Yes.
University of Michigan, but then wound up teaching
at
at Michigan State.
It's I mean,
Traitor.
they're both great
Yeah,
schools.
really.
They're
Alright.
both great campuses. Michigan's beautiful.
No, Michigan's way better than Michigan State.
Really?
I mean, in terms of like
Educational attainment?
academically.
Really? I don't believe that.
Okay.
You believe that?
Yes.
All right. Okay. Well, you're
As
smarter
a matter
than
of
I.
fact, indeed.
All right. So Page grew up and went to Michigan. He graduated with a BS in computer science.
No, you don't say. What a stretch.
All right.
The apple
It says
fell right on top
BS.
of the tree.
That's
I love Bachelor of Science.
at Michigan. Larry was president of their chapter of the Eta Kappa Nu fraternity,
Well, in layman's terms, that means we don't get laid. Fraternity.
which is it's essentially a nerd fraternity,
It
right?
is, yeah, nerdternity. Sorry, Larry. I mean, I'm sure you met girls in college.
Yeah, I'm sure.
If
right.
you're listening, like
Well, now
you
he's like dating a supermodel.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
it's-
All right. So yeah, but
Okay,
he's still
so-
a huge nerd.
think he'll
right.
take it personal.
I don't know if they've fucked yet.
They've been married for 12 years.
can't quite seem to figure out the mechanics of
Oh
it.
my God. He's redesigning her bra strap.
He then went on to Stanford, where he got a master's in computer science.
No way. Stanford's great.
2 for 2 here.
Yeah. He stayed on at Stanford to pursue a PhD.
Oh my
Now,
goodness.
to get a PhD, you need to write a dissertation.
A
I mean, if you're familiar
dissertation.
with that.
Like that, like you suck. Like is that, like you start dissing
Be like,
people.
yo, homie,
Yo, homie,
you
you,
ain't
suck.
got-
You ain't got no computer
This-
science game.
I'm dissing the nation. All right. So, Larry was considered.
We know what a dissertation
All right.
is.
Thinking about the dissertation. It's a big, long paper.
It's like a book. You're
Yeah.
writing a book about
Yeah.
a certain subject
Some
in which
very
you are an
Really got to
expert.
be into it.
Yeah, and you have to be able to defend your dissertation.
So he was
Correct.
considering 3 different topics for his
Okay.
dissertation.
One was
One of them was exploring the mathematical properties of what was then known as the World Wide Web
wow.
or the Information Superhighway.
Yep.
Those were the 2 cool names for it at
Yes,
the
the
time.
information
AG.
super. I was around for the start of that. You believe that? I was probably one of the first.
Al
people on
Gore
the internet.
always referred to it as the Information Superhighway.
I invented it.
Honestly,
Now
I kind
Gore said
of
it.
like that more than World Wide Web. It's I don't know, it just sounds cooler.
It's super highway.
yeah, it's super cool.
Highway.
The Audubon of information.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have named it.
Right. Yeah, I know that would
maybe
have been
if
good.
Germany came
How
up with
about
it.
like
The Infobon.
right. Woo. We'll go there. All right.
Why?
Information wits.
Oh, you did a great Nazi right there.
All right.
Siegel.
So his supervisor in the PhD program was a guy named Terry, and he told him to pick the idea where he was figuring out the mathematical properties of the World Wide Web.
Okay.
Okay. And Larry says now that was the best advice he ever got in his entire life.
Wow.
All right. So instead of becoming some nerd professor like his parents, Larry would go on to become one of the richest men in the world.
Yeah, I think that's a good choice.
Yeah.
That was a good road less traveled
Right.
there.
You can be like Popular Mechanics boy and like read your kids that, and or you could be one of the richest men in the world.
But does that
And
go back
own
to
a 192-foot yacht, which also has a helipad. And
Of course it does.
yeah, of course.
Why
it
would-
Like, that's a great line to use at a bar, baby. You want to come see my helipad? Right? Of course I hella do.
They might not even go for it, given it's him.
Yeah.
All right.
It's still questionable at that point. Of a 192-foot yacht.
You're like, ooh, is it worth the nerd sacrifice?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So, Larry, I'm going to like get shot down by a drone right after
You
this
are.
broadcast.
I'm gonna walk outside. Boom.
We'll be barred from Google. I'll be in withdrawal.
Yeah,
like,
you're
what's
good.
wrong with Matt, man? He's smacking us up. He's a Google addict. He can't get no more Google.
So at Stanford, Larry paired up with another PhD student, Sergey Brin.
Sergey Brin.
Yeah.
You know that guy's smart, Sergey Brin.
And he is. And the two focused on the problem, but it's really Larry who came up with the idea and everything.
Yeah.
But the two focused on the problem of finding out which web page is linked to a given page.
Okay.
All right, considering the number and nature of backlinks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they comically named it Back Rub.
All right.
Those
They're not
guys,
great namers.
They're off the hook.
They're not in marketing.
Back Rub, no way.
Oh, I want
Backlinks in like a back rub.
Oh my god, that was like some lady I met at a mall. Like she was doing these. Like, hey, you look stressed out. You need Chinese back rub.
No, so these guys were really laid back. They named it Back Rub.
Back rub.
All right. So to convert the backlink data gathered by Backrub's web koala into a measure of importance for a
You
given
turned
web
Elmer
page,
Fudd there, right there. Be very
barely
quiet.
read.
We're
I
hunting
know.
rabbits.
Brennan Page developed the page rank algorithm. Isn't and
Yeah.
that's also sort of funny because his name is Page.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, yeah,
Let's
that's
say, is it
weird.
Right? It's like
That was like
Page,
he's like
web
he's
page.
chosen. Did he was like the chosen one. He was just
I know.
like buried in like
You are Larry
nerddom.
Page
Yes, you're Page and you deal in pages.
for a web page, right?
Dude, so
calls it a
well, I
web
web if
page?
he would adopt us.
All right. I'm sure that would be really
I
high on
will
his
give him
list
a
of
back
things to do.
rub if he
Hey,
adopts.
can I hang out on your 200-foot yacht?
Yeah, you don't have to
And-
see me. I really need
Maybe
to be
kick me
taken
a
away.
bowl of food every now and then.
Yeah. So
I'll chip the barnacles off the side. Go ahead.
with my mouth.
With my mouth. Well, I won't go that far.
So,
With
okay,
my mouth.
he realized that this algorithm could be used to build a search engine far superior to the existing ones.
Yeah, what was the existing one at that time?
Ask
Yahoo.
Jeeves, maybe.
Yahoo was the first one.
I'm sorry.
What about
were you saying?
Dogpile?
Ask Jeeves. Remember
Ask
Ask Jeeves,
Jeeves,
old
yeah.
butler?
You know,
Is it-
Jeeves didn't know much.
No.
Right.
Was
No,
let down every time.
So now that this is directly from Moment Magazine by Mark Malseed. All right.
Good quote. Good quote. There.
Soliciting funds from faculty members, family, and friends, Bryn and Page scraped together enough to buy some servers and rent a garage in Menlo Park.
Okay.
Okay. Thus, Google Inc. came to be.
Wow.
All right. So
And Google stands for
they were
what?
operating out of a garage. Before that, they were operating out of their dorms.
Okay, so
they
it's a
actually,
step up.
They
Yeah.
made Larry's dorm into like just the the hardware, the computers and
Oh
stuff.
yeah, there's a big sign on the door, back rub, like in the dorm room. Come on, dude, they
were like-
get booed. The RA's coming. you can't be putting back rub on
Sergey's
the door in a
dorm was
dorm.
the,
The
office.
RA's like, you kicked out. Oh, back rub here.
Go to page 10. That's crazy. So, okay, the name Google. Okay, it is derived. Now, this is also clever from the number Google.
Google.
Have you ever heard of
that was a French
Googleplex?
painter, wasn't
Have
it?
you ever heard of Googleplex?
Yeah,
Like a whole bunch of
Googleplex
zeros
and
or
numbers.
something.
Yeah,
But
but Google is less than a Googleplex.
Oh, really?
Okay,
Of
Google
course it
is 1 followed by exactly 100 zeros.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
So it's like, that's
right.
a lot of zeros.
right, and that was sort of to like try and give the effect of like how many web pages they
All
could,
of the web pages.
right, they could put in their system. All right, so
Oh, so I thought it was Googleplex. It wasn't Googleplex.
No, it wasn't.
Google.
Google.
Dude,
But
that would have been one of my
it's
answers on
Googleplex.
Jeopardy for a French painter in the 18th century.
Yeah, right.
A Googleplex
was Google?
is 10 to the power of Google.
What? 10 to the power of Google.
How do you even write?
Dude, I
how
just
do you even
wanna
write
say that.
Google? Do you just like put like?
It's 1 with 100 zeros.
Yeah, but like I mean, just like you gotta shorthand that somehow.
It's
like,
1 and
like,
then times 10
1
to
G.
100. Right?
I don't know.
And
100.
1C. No, you do your work, write 100 zeros.
No.
That's just ridiculous.
Yeah, that's a lot of work.
All right, so Larry anointed himself CEO
Yes.
and Bryn president. All right,
Great.
so by the year 2000, so that was in 1998, the creation of Google.
I'm hurt at this point. Go ahead.
By 2000, they had raised $1 million because of interested backers, and they were able to move into an office in Mountain View.
You know what's crazy about that? I used to sell all in that area.
In Mountain View?
Yes, I
Like
was in
Palo
Silicon
Alto
Valley
area?
selling components to like Atari and Mountain View, and I used to run that, and I never capitalized on that big Silicon Valley.
Such a creative name, Mountain View.
It is. It's beautiful. It's like
Right.
right below Palo Alto. It's on the peninsula.
Beautiful name. All right, so the rest is history. Okay,
Rich history.
they hardly had to advertise to users because the search engine was so far superior to the others.
Wow.
They just introduced it, and people like flocked to it, right? That's kind of how
Pretty
I
much.
remember it.
They,
And then
they didn't
then it
have
was-
to advertise to users. They did advertise to companies that wanted to have their name ranked up high in the search engine. And that is where they get their primary source of revenue today.
Still, everybody wants to be above the fold on the first page of Google.
So-
That's what
I
we
usually
do.
don't go past the second or third anyway.
Now,
Yeah.
just last year, Larry created a parent company called Alphabet.
Yep.
And
They make the soup.
that's to reflect their divergent business interests. Now, don't get me wrong, like, still over 80% of the revenue comes from the search engine.
Yeah, but
Right.
it drives other stuff like maps.
But that
and-
business includes self-driving cars, computer software, and biotechnology even.
Biotech. That's
Yeah,
exciting.
and they do a lot of R&D too.
Oh, they do.
Okay, so let's look at the company as it stands today.
Okay.
All right,
This is a great story, by the way.
the PE is 28.
That's a real, true organic success story. PE
Yeah, it is.
what? 28.
28. They have no dividend.
That's crazy. All right, the price is how much? 568.
700 something.
760.
And the PE is 28. That's
Yeah, it's
crazy. How much money?
Mind blowing.
Isn't it? Yes.
No, it's not.
Okay.
You're just bad at
You just
math.
had this look of like you're like about to drop
What?
some knowledge on him. Like,
No, but I mean, the
Doesn't make any damn difference. You could sell one share. Hey, I'm gonna have one share of this company. It's worth $1 billion. Okay. Actually, in this case, it'd be worth $546 billion. Would you like to buy it? It's one share.
I don't know. I didn't know that's gonna be a quiz.
All right. But I'm just saying the number depends on how many shares are outstanding.
Okay. Oh, okay.
All right. So
I
it's
missed
not
that
really
in
like
our
how many.
photo.
It's not what the price is per share. It's what what the net value of the company is. And actually, 546 billion. This is the second largest company that we've ever talked about.
My point being,
The largest being Apple,
okay.
594 billion.
So my point was that being that it was 768, I thought the PE would be a lot higher.
Yeah,
But that
I
tells
know
me
you
there's
did.
an efficiency there. But I don't know. All right, I was wrong.
That tells.
I thought I was
All right,
understanding
that.
it.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right,
All
I'm
right.
the funny part
It
of the show.
doesn't
I just want to
matter.
let you know. I'm the
What the share price
I write
is.
the jokes, folks.
Okay,
Let
all right.
him figure out the numbers.
There's no dividend with this company. They're stingy like that. All right. The ROIC is 13.76%.
Not
So you
bad.
think going from a P of 28 to 13.76.
A little overpriced.
Really rugged. Not even half. Okay?
Yep.
All right. Now, we're getting to the sweet stuff. No net debt. Not only that, they have
Isn't that crazy? No net debt.
They have 79 billion in net cash. 79 billion. Okay.
Maybe they could
Just dollar
sponsor our
bills.
show.
Not only that. Now here's the other good part.
79 billion.
Okay. The earnings are expected to go up 51% in 2016.
Wow.
All right. So
Juggernaut.
they're growing. And, you know, Google's been around for a long time, but they're still growing hard.
Yeah, really.
All right.
Yeah.
So let me break this down. Okay. So with those things, the way I do this is I took the 79 billion in cash and divided by the number of shares there are.
Okay.
All right. That equals $230.
Okay.
So $230 a share is just cash. So you can't count that.
Okay.
All right. So out of the 768, I subtract $230.
Okay. So you're down to
Okay. So I get
538.
538. Right. Okay. And then
I'm
I
back
look
on
at the
train.
forward PE. Okay, because it's supposed to grow so much that I need to look at like what the heck would it be like if they
After.
met the after.
After.
So and the forward P is $34.55 a share for the year 2016.
Okay.
Okay. So the PE, when I take out the cash and I make it a forward earnings PE, is only 15.57.
Ooh.
So now we're talking.
They're close. 15.
So
to
now
13.
15.57 compared to 13.76. That's really close.
Plus, I mean, the upside potential.
It's not like right.
And they could actually beat that 51% number.
They won't.
Okay.
Is that a generous estimate then, you think?
Yeah.
It's always optimistic.
Almost
right?
always the estimates are generous
That kind of makes sense.
when you're going further out because the analysts, and they swear to God on a heart's, Bible, like they're not trying to be generous or anything in order to sell the stock. But it's just the ones who aren't generous that get fired.
Okay.
So, like,
Oh,
what
okay.
happens is the analysts
Because they want to get people to invest, right?
Right.
That's the
because unfortunately we have this system where, like Morgan Stanley, not only do they analyze the stocks, but they're also selling. They're out there selling the stock.
They're looking for good. They
So,
want
yeah,
good
if
news.
you give a negative outlook, then no
Right.
one's going to buy it. It's bad for
They
business.
want to give it as nice an EPS as they can, earnings per share, as they can, and then as you get closer, they just try and subtly revise it down without sending it out a newsletter or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Just revise it down on their website and blah blah. Blah. and then then they're like, and they revise it down enough so that even if it were like, okay, so this is $34.55. Even if it were like $20, they would be like, oh, we revised it down to $18. So they beat estimates by a
Yeah.
long shot,
Yeah,
right?
that makes sense.
That's what they try.
They're
and do.
shysters.
Yeah, this is Wall Street
Yeah,
we're dealing with,
that's-
folks.
Exactly. They're wolves. So, all right. So this is a tough call based on those numbers.
I say it's fairly valued.
Fairly valued. So you're just
Fairly
gonna let.
valued.
So it's a hold, or
If you want to buy it, it's not a bad buy. keep it as part of your portfolio, but definitely keep it only as a small part of a very diversified portfolio.
Okay.
Okay.
So semi thumbs up.
Yeah, I'd give it
It's a great company.
thumbs across.
Okay. All right.
All right, so we're going to take a little break for promos, and then we're going to discuss one more company.
Okay, great. Good job.
Hey, this is Matt Geica, your host of Geik's Got Game, 8 a.m. every Friday here on the River's Edge. I'll take a peek behind the sports media curtain, zoom out for the big picture, and as always, obsess over the details of the sports, teams, and players we love or love to hate. It's Geik's Got Game every Friday at 8 a.m. on the River's Edge.
Hi, I'm Mike Storr, host of the Awesome Cast, which you can hear right here on River's Edge Radio. We're talking tech, getting geeky every week with people from Pittsburgh in the industry. Go check us out, awesomecast.net, or listen to us right here on River's Edge Radio, Thursday mornings, 8 a.m. after Funny Money.
You didn't wash your hands! People who do not wash their hands should be fined. And I'm sorry, I don't know about all of you, but if you're gonna castrate me, you might as well just kill me! So enjoy your hot dog, you jackass!
Get Educated with Brian Crawford, live Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 10 a.m. here on the River's Edge.
Hey folks, it's Mike Sasson. Just so you guys understand, if there's one thing I do better than anybody I know, it's talk about nothing for an hour. Want proof? Here's the proof. The Mike Sasson Show. It's going to be on from 10 a.m. to 11 every Tuesday starting July 19th. It's an hour that you'll never get back. Neither will I, so we'll have that in common. Here on the River's Edge, a new kind of radio.
And we're back. All right, so we're going to talk about Yahoo right now.
I still kind of like Yahoo.
Okay, yeah. Well, let me tell you about Chi Yuan Yang. Okay.
That's a fun one.
That was Shi Wan Yang.
Also known as Jerry.
Jerry. I like Jerry. Let's do Jerry. Good old Jerry. I remember Jerry.
He was born in 1968 in Taipei, Taiwan.
Okay.
All right, let me tell you my sources here. This comes from thefamouspeople.com.
Really?
Wikipedia.
TheseFamousPeople.com.
And
That's
an
the first
article on Forbes.com by Parmi Olson from November 2014 issue. Okay. All right.
You had to search deep for. You had to go on Google to get information.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
was
right. There's a degree of irony there, I think.
Yeah, I know. They like hid all this shit about Yahoo. So
Yeah, you could talk about the other company, but you had to go on Google to get that information.
So Jerry's father died when he was 2.
Oh.
Okay. In Taiwan. And when he was 10, he and his mother Lily and his brother Ken moved to San Jose.
Again, where I lived.
So it was Chi Yuan, Lily, and Ken. And when he arrived, he spoke only one English word. And that word was shoe, like S-H-O-E, you know? So he'd be like, shoe.
I got this one down.
He had really bad breakfast at that time. Shoe.
Yeah.
Eggs? No, shoe.
By the time he was 13, that was just to show how brilliant he was, he spoke English fluently and was actually placed into AP English.
Wow.
All right.
I wasn't even in AP English.
No.
I know that surprises everybody on the show.
Oh, my God.
How appalling.
He went to Stanford. This seems to be a common theme. Where, you know, it's a crap school.
How did they afford that? Like, did he go on a scholarship? Because, I mean, they probably didn't have a ton of money, right? And it's not a cheap school.
They're very thrifty.
Thrifty? Taiwanese?
No, I mean Stanford. What the heck are you talking about? Racist. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I meant Taiwanese.
Okay. She's thrifty. Oh, man, no, you're like beating me up today.
So he went to Stanford where he simultaneously earned a bachelor's as well as a master's in electrical engineering.
I can't even understand that. That's crazy.
Okay, and that was in 1990. All
But
right.
let me tell you an electrical engineering joke that I used to tell.
Do it.
How do you know an electrical engineer lives next to you? His yard gets smaller every year, but more dense.
I don't know.
I know.
I don't know anything
do you
about
get it?
No.
You have to pull it up. Yeah.
I'm not sure.
So the whole point is every electrical board, they want to make it smaller and lighter. So they try to make it smaller
okay.
and
Yeah,
more
no,
dense. So
That's
they'll
a really
go.
hard-hitting joke.
It is. that tells you I knew what I was doing.
I'm rolling. All right, so
You
in
needed a Faraday
1990, he
cage
was
to get
getting
that
his
joke.
dual degree, like not only a bachelor's but a master's at
He
the
was
same
driven.
time. And
Very complicated subject, by the way.
he also belonged to the Phi Kappa Psi fraternity,
What does that mean?
where he partied super hard.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
He was like the Asian guy in Revenge of the Nerds. No.
He invented the breathalyzer.
So while getting his PhD, also at Stanford, why go anywhere else?
Can I ask a question? How do these people afford to live during all these years in school?
They're pretty clever and wily, I think. These guys that were
Clever and
At
wily.
Stanford, I should hope so.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, that's a lot of years in school, right?
Yeah, getting your PhD.
Like
Yeah,
graduate
they went
assistant
through.
stuff. I don't
That's
know.
a lot.
12
Okay,
years.
so you got to figure 4 years undergrad normally, but like
Two-
this guy
2
was
years
like
master's.
doing double time. Yeah,
Yep.
2 years masters,
And then
and
another
then
2 years
at least
for-
another 2 years PhD.
That's crazy.
So 8 years. But like this guy was double timing it, so I think he did like
Got
4
everything
years,
done
got
in
his masters,
6
and
6 or 7 maybe.
and then while he was getting his PhD, he met a dude named David Philo.
Philo.
Yeah, as in the dough.
Good.
They shared an office,
Okay.
while they were researching PhD stuff. And at that time, the internet had just been introduced. And both of them spent hours together surfing the World Wide Web.
Which had like 4 things on it.
They knew those 4
It took-
things very well.
It took an hour. It took an hour to get a response.
They realized it was difficult to navigate because it was simply a mishmash of uncategorized data.
Yes.
All right. So they designed software that organized the web pages by subject
Oh, wow.
and launched their own site. You know what they called it?
Front rub.
That's a joke.
That's a
somewhere.
good callback. No. Go ahead.
Okay, they called it Jerry and David's Guide to the World Wide Web.
Like
That
Bill and
sounds
Ted's
like-
Excellent Adventure.
Yeah, that sounds like a cult
Oh,
movie.
dude, I got that. Like, it's
Dude,
totally
yeah, it's like-
gnarly site. Then subject
what,
by
man?
subject. First
I got
subject in
some
the alphabet.
World Wide Web stuff.
Pot. We got the ultimate.
Within months, the site was attracting thousands of visitors looking for a way to find their favorite sites. Because of the initial success, they comically renamed it Yahoo!
Oh, dude, someone needs to like hook these nerds up with like a marketing guy. 'cause-
I know.
I actually like the name Yahoo.
I mean, yeah, but like,
I know. So that's probably the only word he knew.
Yeah. It was going to
Shoe
be
and
called Shoe. Shoe rhymes with Yahoo. Shoe Yahoo.
Oh, yeah,
Shoe
you're getting
Yahoo.
droned, man. You're getting droned real
I
bad.
know. Now I've got them both on.
We're barred from any search engines in the world.
In 1995, we're talking,
Yeah,
the
19.
golden years. 1995, the pair was offered financial backing to start their own company. Okay. Now remember, they're PhD students at Stanford.
Yeah, they have a lot of credibility.
All right.
They're bringing some swag to that meeting.
They're students.
But still, they're PhD
right.
students.
So
That's-
what they did is they ditched their PhDs with only 6 months to go.
Oh my goodness! Screw that! Screw that
And
dissertation.
founded Yahoo!
Yeah.
Inc.
Yahoo Inc.
All right. They took it public 1 year later, 1996,
Wow.
and became instant millionaires.
Jesus.
All right. Jerry served as Chief Yahoo, a comical position
Chief.
they created.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh, that's really a position, Chief Yahoo.
Yes, Chief Yahoo.
I love it.
I am Chief Yahoo.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
just saying,
I
this
think that
sounds
should be
like-
mandatory for all
Dr.
corporations,
Doolittle kind
right?
of, yeah, you got Chief Yahoo. So he's like the
Yeah.
court jester of the modern age. He's very important.
So he was Chief Yahoo from 1995 to 2012.
Oh wow. So
And he was CEO from 2007 to 2009.
Okay.
All right. Now let me tell you a little bit about that. All right. In 2005, okay, this is while he was Chief Yahoo.
Chief Yahoo.
Okay, Jerry invested, and he wouldn't take no for an answer. He took $1 billion of the corporation's money, invested it in a small Chinese upstart called Alibaba.
Love that company.
All
Our
right.
boy Jack Ma. Why can't we all get along?
In 2008, Microsoft offered to buy the whole company, Yahoo, for $44.6 billion.
Who bought it?
Microsoft offered
Oh.
to buy the company for $44.6 billion.
Inclusive of Alibaba?
Jerry Yang, the CEO at the time, but Jerry Yang, it's the Jerry I'm talking about the whole time. All right, he said no.
How do you say no to 44 billion?
All right, and that was in February 2008.
Yep.
Then the company tanked. All right, all right, let me tell you another bit about the ups and downs of Yahoo. In the year 2000, that was its high. The stock price was $118.75.
Wow.
Okay. In 2001, 1 year later, it was $8.11.
Oh my God.
The
How
internet
long
bubble
ago was it?
popped.
How long ago was that?
And really, that was
how big?
2000 to 2001.
Wow, 1 year.
1 year.
Wow.
That's
All right. So,
that's kind of depressing. Like,
right.
Now you can find him
But, so,
in San Jose muttering "shoo."
fast forward to 2008, early 2008, before the financial crisis.
Yes.
Microsoft offers to buy it for $44 billion. So that's putting the price at like, $42 a share.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Jerry Yang said no. Right. Now, he got fired as a result.
no, he got dethroned from his Chief Yahoo. spot.
Dethroned from his CEO position, but he
was still Chief Yahoo.
He became
I mean,
Chief Yahoo.
he
That's the
stayed
important
Chief
part.
Yahoo.
Well, he's living up to that name based on the economics that I'm hearing right now.
All right. And that they brought on a couple little CEOs, and then they brought on Marissa Mayer, who's been the CEO for a while, since 2012. So, in 2013, they bought the website Tumblr.
Tumblr.
If you know anything
yes,
about
I
that.
do.
blog site.
Yeah, it's
That's
like
an
a
up-and-comer.
blog with multimedia.
Yeah, it's an up and comer.
Eh,
Or
been
it's
around
a
for a while.
it used to be an up-and-comer. Just like everything.
it's a straggler. Do you think?
Yeah, I wouldn't consider it up-and-comer now. Anyway, it's not worth all that much according to Wall Street, because their stake in Alibaba right now. Okay, so he bought it for $1 billion. It's now worth $35 billion.
I love Alibaba.
All right, so
I'm a big
wow,
Alibaba
that was a great
fan.
investment.
Really good investment.
All right, but the whole company, Yahoo, is only valued at 39.4.
So the Yahoo
3-4
part of that,
billion.
yeah, it's not worth.
Oh yeah. The Alibaba part is like the Yahoo part's like a sliver.
How much of Alibaba do they own? What percentage?
I forget. It's like 10%, I think. But
I really think it's the gateway to Chinese manufacturing for Americans. Like anybody can go on it. You can order. I ordered our hoverboard off of it.
No, really.
Yeah, and it's like a lot less expensive.
I think they're cooking their books.
No, I would beg to differ with you. I think that
Beg.
it's a direct
Let's hear your
connection.
begging.
It's a direct connection to Chinese manufacturers for the American consumer without a middleman. Before that, you had to get on a plane, be the guy that went over and searched all the factories and figured everything out. Now I can go on and type in a subject. It'll tell me, and it guards it. It has a buyer's rating, just like, and it'll tell me, hey, we sell these.
I say crap, sell now.
No, LED. Go ahead.
Sell now.
Buy now. It's
Sell
gonna take
now.
off. It's gonna be as big as Google. I'm telling you, like I know it because I go on there probably 4 times a week.
Good for you. But like,
Why? What do you mean good for you?
I
You
pay
said that
attention to
sarcastically.
Chinese economic. Yeah, I did. I pay
Well,
attention
God, I'm sorry.
to Chinese economics, and I see a really bad maelstrom brewing there. Right? Alibaba just reported yesterday, earnings were great.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Jack Ma.
sales were great. All right, and that's because the Chinese government has been dumping oodles of money into the economy and borrowing oodles of money, the same amount.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah,
Is that American?
not as we're not as bad. We're not as bad.
We're not as bad. How much are we in debt?
A lot.
A
Couple
lot.
trillion.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're not as bad.
Yeah, 16 trillion. Okay, we're not as bad.
Wow. You said that emphatically.
Yeah, we're not. They're like their debt level is up to like 230% of GDP.
But the other part of that, Tom, isn't the fact that don't they have a lot more people that can go from, you know, the not the farming lifestyle to a, you know, more modern lifestyle and take. I mean, they have more consumers eventually that will, you know, buy
if
products.
they could make money.
Yeah.
If those people could make money, that would be awesome for them. Okay, but they can't right now.
Okay.
Okay, consider me a skeptic. All right.
I'm pro Alibaba.
Okay.
But go ahead. Go ahead.
So
you're pretty certain though. Like if we were in a card game right now, you'd be like, yeah, you go all in.
Just do it. Just do it.
All right. So let me tell you then about the metrics behind Yahoo,
Okay.
which don't even make any sense because really what you're buying is a proxy for Alibaba. But I will tell you this.
You can't buy Alibaba directly?
You can.
Or you can, okay.
Okay. Actually, that's a very good question. Okay. What you can buy.
James gets a star.
Yeah!
What you can buy.
He's not giving these out freely this show, by the way.
To buy Alibaba stock, it's not really an ownership share in Alibaba.
No.
Okay? When you buy Alibaba stock, what you're doing is you're buying stock in a shell company created in the Caribbean that owns the rights to the earnings of Alibaba.
This sounds...
That's shady.
This sounds
Oh, shady.
Agreed.
Instead of the word shell corporation.
And they don't. They only the SEC requires, you know, certain levels of information in order to make something an ADR, which is a company that's traded in the United States stock market, but is really a foreign company.
Okay.
And they're at the lowest level of ADR.
Just
Meaning, like,
barely allowed.
they just do the minimum.
Bare minimum.
And they have, and you're really buying shares in a Caribbean shell company. Okay,
I played that shell game
if
once.
you want to buy Alibaba, actually the most direct way to buy it is to buy Yahoo,
By Yahoo.
because Yahoo actually does own Alibaba. Like I mean, a certain percentage, real stock, not a contract that says I'll pay you a certain amount. I'll pay you 100% of my earnings.
Who's Alibaba's big competition, like for search engine to China?
Well, I would say, you know, Google, if China didn't force Google out of there. But I would also say eBay is one too.
eBay?
Yeah. So let me tell you then the metrics, which don't make any sense. The forward PE for Yahoo, because the backward PE is negative because they lost money, is 71.36.
Wow.
No dividend. Return on invested capital, negative 12%. All right.
Looks good so far.
They have $5.3 billion cash surplus. Okay, that's good.
That's good.
And the earnings are expected to increase by infinity %.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, they were negative last year, and they're
okay.
going to be positive this year. All right, so really, what the main thing is that Verizon in July offered to buy Yahoo minus the Alibaba shares for $4.8 billion.
Oh, Lord McAdam.
Seems about fair.
So I go look at what are the Alibaba shares worth? $35 billion. Okay, so add onto that $4.8 billion. Okay, that equals $39.8 billion. Okay, right now the company is valued at $39.34 billion.
Okay.
Okay, and there is a risk that this deal will not go through, especially because Yahoo had a breach, a hack in September, and they had to reveal that like lots of their information was hacked.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
really?
And so that could easily throw the deal off track. So I don't think this company is being discounted enough for the possibility that the deal doesn't go through.
Correct.
So I say don't buy it.
So does like Yahoo's do better as Alibaba does better, or is it like
Yes.
just like directly correlated?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Guess that makes sense.
It's like 95% correlated.
So
to
what happens
Alibaba.
to Alibaba if this deal does go through?
It doesn't make any difference for Alibaba.
It doesn't.
No. Then what happens to Yahoo is Yahoo sells off all their other stuff, which isn't much, Tumblr and
Yep.
their Yahoo Finance and whatnot, to Verizon.
Okay.
Verizon wants it because they say they want more eyes on the Verizon. they want to get more users.
That makes sense. They want to be more like of a platform
They want to be able
instead
to
of
sell
like
their
come check your
cable.
bill.
They want to be able to sell their cable to more people and use this as an advertising tool. Is what they
Cool.
want.
That makes
Right.
sense.
So they're willing to pay $4.8 billion for it. No one else in the world would. I don't think.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, me neither.
I was weighing that last
I-
week, but I chose a breakfast
They
at Pamela's.
$10 billion for
It
right.
was breakfast at
However, if you really believe in Alibaba, this is probably the best way to buy actual shares in Alibaba.
But that's what I'm asking you. So if I buy, all right, say I buy shares of Yahoo, right, and then the deal goes through with Verizon, how do I know if I still own Alibaba?
No, that is what you own then.
Oh, you're just
They're
all
they're
Alibaba.
going to retain
Get rid of all the light. Yeah,
just the Alibaba
Oh,
and sell everything else.
I'm in on that.
Okay. That's you, not me.
Maybe get some Yahoo.
Because I'm not bullish on Alibaba.
Other than, I mean, I know that management.
They had good earnings last time, but that's exactly one of the reasons I'm less bullish on them, because I think the good is behind them. Chinese government is doing some things to curtail all that borrowing and spending, and I think we're going to see really negative reports out of China going forward for at least the next quarter.
You're still bearish on China.
No, I'm bearish and new. If you had been paying attention, I went from bearish to bullish, and now I'm bearish again.
Okay, you did. Yeah, you did
all over
bounce.
the
You did
place.
bounce on it. It's hard to figure
I
out.
did
but
bounce on it because it bounces around.
I know.
All right.
All right.
All right, so thank you for
Are
listening.
you going to listen to Tom or me? That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Probably Tom.
Thanks for listening. Yeah. We're all out of funny money. Stay tuned.
For what?
Awesome cast.
Awesome cast. Talk.